What's up, YouTube? It's LL Scott, and my eyes have been opened to the Super Saiyan 4 transformation, and they're stronger than I thought. It actually can have a multiplier in the millions, and I actually think it does after this, math I decided to do instead of being ignorant and skimming through comments that I thought I read, but I didn't really read until somebody basically said the same thing as the other person said in a different way. So I actually read it. But I can't believe I'm saying this, but Super Saiyan 4 is stronger than. Yeah, I can't even fix my mouth to say it. But what I will do is I will apologize for my first 3 videos, as I was ignorant and I was not fully reading the comments that were placed that logically explain why the Super Saiyan 4 multiplier could actually be in the millions. And I will actually defend and back up that statement right here with facts from the Baby Saga. Now, as a point of reference, I will be using Broku 72's Super Saiyan 4 multiplier video, as it makes the most sense to me. And he said he rewatched DT and he paid more attention to it in Japanese, so I'm sure he has a very fair and decent understanding of the show. And if you disagree with me, you can put it in the comments. We can argue about the multiplier. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So, as said multiple times, Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku was weaker than Super Saiyan 1 Baby, so much so that Super Saiyan 3 Goku was basically getting his attacks tanked against Super Saiyan 1 Vegeta. Well, Baby Vegeta. And in the essential states, to be able to tank someone's attack, you have to be at least twice as strong as them. So let's already say, Super Saiyan 1 Baby Vegeta is twice as strong as him. All the other roleplay stuff happened. Goku came back with his tail. He thought he was stronger. He wasn't. And then, when he came back to a Super Saiyan 3 Baby Vegeta, or Strongest Form 2, say whichever one, same difference. Strongest Form 2 sounds weird to me, but whatever. So, and we know Super Saiyan 3 is twice as strong as Super Saiyan 2, and Super Saiyan 2 is twice as strong as Super Saiyan 1. So that means it's 8 times stronger. And Baby, he was already 2 times stronger than Goku before even going into his quote-unquote Super Saiyan 3 form. And 2 times 8 equals 16. So it's fair to say Baby in his Super Saiyan 3 form was 16 times stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And then, when he went Uzaro with the blunt sways from the earth, Goku was either on par or maybe even a little bit stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Baby Vegeta. And then, a little bit after, he turned Super Saiyan 4. This basically got Baby scared, as twice as much he was already scared of the Golden Ozaru. Now, he's petrified of Super Saiyan 4. Then, eventually, Baby fired a revenge death ball at Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And then, they said, Elder Kai said he tanked it with a smidgen of his power. Now, you guys might argue what a smidgen is, 10%, 20%, 25%. Me, honestly, you could do whatever, you could argue with me, you could say I'm an idiot, you could say I'm stupid. Honestly, I think a smidget is 90% of Goku's power. That's just what I think. You can argue whatever, I don't care. No, but for real, I think a smidgen is probably close to 5%. And in Broku's video, he lowballed it. He said it was probably more like 30. He said it was more like 20% in strength, meaning Goku was 30 times stronger than Baby Vegeta at that point, because the Revenge Death Ball he approximated the Revenge Death Ball to be 3 times Super Saiyan 3. Oh my god. I'm just gonna say Baby because he's in his strongest form. He approximated that to be at least 3 times Baby's strength, and he threw that at Goku. He tanked that. So Broku's logic was he's 30 times stronger than Baby when he went Super Saiyan 4. And honestly, I think he lowballed it like a little bit too small. And since I said 5% versus the 20% he had, you know, multiply 30 times 4, because 20 divided by 4 is 5, the 5%. So multiply that 30 times 4, I think it's like 120. I think Super Saiyan 4 Goku is 120 times stronger than the Ozaru form. Now to get that multiplier, then, since Baby was no match for Goku at that point, he decided he had no choice left but to go Golden Ozaru. And when he did that, Goku fired a times 10 Kamehameha. But as some people may or may not know, Kamehameha is 2.5 times stronger than the user. So, and then he fired times 10. So that means it's 25 times stronger. So this is a Kamehameha 25 times stronger than Goku. And Baby ate it. And like I said earlier, you had to be 2 times stronger than someone to be able to eat their attacks. So that means Golden Ozaru Baby was at least 50 times stronger than Goku. So 120 times 50 is 6,000. Now, funny enough, as stupid as this sounds, even though it would make sense for me to be more biased to Super Saiyan God, I'm gonna be honest. Since Goku, when he was a Golden Ozaru, was actually giving, Baby a solidly hard time, I don't really think they were equal. I think Goku was maybe around, maybe like 25% stronger than them. So 25% of 6,000 is 1,500. Add that together, that's 7,500 times. Now some of y'all may be saying, what's the big deal? 7,500 times? Yeah, what's the big whoop? This is 7,500 times Super Saiyan 3, not base form. So that means the base form multiplier of Golden Ozaru is 3 million times base. And like I said, I think that Super Saiyan 4 is 120 times stronger than that. So that means, this is no low balling, no high balling. I think this is very close and accurate to what it is. If I'm wrong, you can prove me wrong in the comments, doesn't matter. I think the Super Saiyan 4 multiplier is 360 million. That might be mind blowing to, some of the people that favor Super Saiyan God and all that stuff, but I feel like it's true. Originally, I would have thought, the Super Saiyan 4 multiplier was 40,000 or maybe 400k max, just base Super Saiyan 4. If super full power Super Saiyan 4 was in the millions, fine, ultra fine. But Super Saiyan 4 base multiplier being in the millions, I'm not gonna lie, it surprised me. That would make super full power Super Saiyan 4, or however they say it, 50 times stronger than that. That makes full power Super Saiyan 4 a multiplier of 18 billion, because that's times 50. And ultra full power Super Saiyan 4, even 50 times on top of full power Super Saiyan 4, which should make that 900 billion. Now, honestly, it was, I'm not going to say it was shocking. It was more so surprising at first because, I actually listened to the video, I actually did the math, went back and read the comments, and it actually made sense. So, there's no point of being ignorant. Being ignorant is like you're just hindering yourself to find new information. But now, since you guys found out how powerful Super Saiyan 4 can be, here's the thing about the Super Saiyan God multiplier, which I brought up multiple times, but I'll just say it again. Now, for all y'all that watched all the videos, I know y'all got tired of me saying this, but I'm just gonna say it again anyway. In Dragon Ball Super, Goku states, him and Vegeta fused, that wouldn't be enough. Now, the last canon power levels that were used were 150 million for Super Saiyan Goku. And then, for reference, Vegeta in the Android Saga, everybody pretty much said he was stronger than Goku, which would mean Vegeta in Super Saiyan was above 150 million. But for the sake of the multiplier, I'll just put both at 150 million, just, because I have to lowball this because I don't know their actual power levels. But before just straight up multiplying, remember that fusion, Pator fusion, is person A's max power times person B's max power to equal C. So since this is, basically before Super Saiyan God Goku, this would be Super Saiyan 3 Goku times Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, which would mean, 4,000 times boost. No, I'm sorry, 400 times boost and a 100 times boost. That means when they're fusion, they automatically get a 4,000 times boost. And then on top of that, Avato said that fusing is putting both powers together and it gets multiplied by dozens of times. Now, dozens can range between 12 and 96, because she didn't say hundreds, she said dozens. So it can range between 12 times and 96. And also, don't forget, Goku was most likely talking about Super Saiyan 3 Vegito. And if you argue that they can't go Super Saiyan 3 and Vegito, if Goten Trunks, who can't even go Super Saiyan 2, can go into a Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, then Vegito, with at least one of his halves being Super Saiyan 3 and the other being Super Saiyan 2, should have absolutely no problem going into Super Saiyan 3. So there's no argument for that. If their half Saiyan sons who can't go Super Saiyan 2, but they can't, that makes zero sense. So of course, he be referencing Super Saiyan 3 Vegito, which will put a 400 times multiplier after all those numbers. So you can imagine how messy this multiplication will get. Now I'll give a low ball and a high ball for this. So 150 million times 150 million times 4,000 times 400 times 12. That gives you 432 sextillion. And you have to remember, Goku basically said that still wouldn't be enough. So we're just gonna lowball it and say, Goku is probably, Super Saiyan God Goku is twice as strong as Vegito. So that makes the Super Saiyan God multiplier at, still technically a low ball, 8.64 sextillion. Now, if you believe on the high ball of the dons of times multiplier, just replace the 12 with the 96. This would give you Super Saiyan God Goku's speculative power at 7.2 septillion times base form. So you can range this from, on the low end, 8.64 sextillion, and then on the high end, 7.2 septillion. Now I know a lot of you may not agree with the times of dozens thing. So if that's the case, divide 96, divide 12, that's fine with me. If you divide the 96 or if you divide the 12, you should end up with 7.2 sextillion. Now the funny part is, I still don't think this is close to the true multiplier, because let's actually be honest here. Giving Goku a base as 150 million and giving Vegeta a base as 150 million, scaling them to Super Saiyan Goku on Namek, let's be completely honest, their bases are way times higher than this. For example, let's be completely honest. A base form Goku that just came back from heaven in Buu Saga, he wipes the floor with Super Saiyan Goku on Namek in base form. In base form, he wipes the floor with him. Now, I won't add this in the multiplication to, overblow Super Saiyan God or anything like that. But I think, Super Goku and Vegeta, I think Goku's power level in base could easily be like 1 billion or something. And then Vegeta's could be like 990 million or something like that, because they're usually always relative in power. Now, even that could be too low, but that's just, that's when I'm willing to just like chill and not try to scale it up too much. But at the same time, I really think Super Saiyan God is like something beyond comprehension. And also remember this, I said that, maybe Super Saiyan God was twice as strong as Vegito. Now let's be actually honest. A God form that can compete with a God of destruction, or at least do damage to him. A God form, you enter the new realm of power. Nobody could sense you. Only Beerus and Whis probably could sense you. Nobody could even sense you. You're like a transcendental time stronger than you ever were. You never felt this power before. It's a new world. Just twice as strong as Vegito. Honestly, I'm willing to bet it's like 10 times minimum stronger to Vegito, to maybe 1,000 times stronger than Vegito. That's what I'm willing to bet. 10,000 times, okay, that may be a little overblown, but I think it's between 10 times stronger than that Vegito or 1,000 times stronger. Now, I'm not going to do the math because if I will proceed with that, that would be headcanon. But just remember, that would be a Super Saiyan 3 Vegito from Super. This is not the Buu Saga Vegeta. This is not the Buu Saga Vegeta, because think about it. Now you can do this math if you want to. It'll be full blown headcanon. I'll even admit that. But just think about it, man. 1 billion. I'm not even gonna add the dozens of times multiplier. A 1 billion times 990 million times 4,000 times another 400, and then multiplying that, either, you know, you can multiply that by 10, 100, 1,000. If you do that, that's headcanon. But I'm just saying, that's probably a little bit closer to what the God multiplier actually is. But let's just stick with the low ball, because we don't know any super power levels or anything like that. So I'm willing to say that, the God multiplier is so transcendental we can't even grasp it. I think that's a lot of reason why they stopped doing power levels, because think about it. In the Buu Saga, let's be honest, it's probably fair to say that, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, Buhan, all them, it's probably fair to say that they're in the billions. Super Saiyan 3 Gold Tanks and all that stuff. I think it's fair to say that they're in the billions. You can call me stupid, crazy, but from Namek Super Saiyan Goku to being, 150 million, all those years of training, going into the time chamber, years of training after that, getting stronger, getting Zenkai boost. It would be like pitiful if Goku was only ever able to reach his Super Saiyan form at base by like around the time Beerus first came. That would be pitiful. So honestly, their power levels could be, hundred, like almost at trillions, and or at trillions by the time Beerus came. We don't know. But just thinking about it like that, I see why they stopped dropping power levels. Because if it's getting to the point where you have to put mega million sextillion in the power level, I would stop doing that shit too. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm about to be transparent about this. I literally had to go on YouTube to look at numbers past trillions. Because in the video before this one, I was saying, I didn't know 150 million times 150 million, all this stuff, because I didn't know what it was. Sextillion, septillion, what the hell? Like, which one comes first? Maybe I'm not the only one that thinks like that, but I'm just being transparent at this point of the video, because it's getting to the point where I see why they stopped. I see why they just put the forms on and say, okay, well, just speculate by yourselves. Because think about it. Sextillion, septillion, centillion, octillion? No. Who's gonna sit down and actually count that? I'll just sit down and draw it too. If you think it's stronger, I don't care. So at that point, can you really blame them for like stopping to put power levels? Because by the time it gets to the gods, it's like, okay, bro, no, I wouldn't count that if I was a Kiritara army either. Can you really blame them? So hopefully this is my finale for the Super Saiyan God versus Super Saiyan 4, and here's how it ended off. I thought Super Saiyan 4, was a lot weaker. Thought it was probably, a 40k multiplier. I highballed it in the video. I thought I highballed it, but really it's more realistically like it can be 360 million. That makes sense to me. 50 times that, I think that's, what is that, 18 billion. I did 50 times that again. I don't remember what that is. You guys can go back in the video. But yeah, it's, obviously pretty powerful. What was it, 360 trillion? I don't know. I don't know what it was, but just know it's powerful. But then you start lowballing the gods, it gets to septillions and all that stuff. So honestly, I do think the God multiplier is stronger, because when you literally put facts together that the anime says, and you lowball with the last power levels given, and then that you can lowball with God doing what I did and still come out with a higher multiplier than Super Saiyan 4. Now I will admit, Super Saiyan 4 is a lot stronger than I thought. I downplayed it. I apologize to those guys that I probably pissed off for saying that, it's 400k max at base. I apologize to you guys. It's not a grain of salt compared to Super Saiyan God. It's more like, I'll say, maybe it's a tenth of Super Saiyan God. I'm not gonna say a fourth because you know septillion and all that. Maybe it's a tenth of Super Saiyan God. Maybe it's like, you know, I'll say maybe it's a tenth. That's a start. I'm not gonna say it's a grain of sand. That was crazy, but I really thought it was like that at first. I'm gonna be completely transparent. But you know, hopefully this is my final video. Super Saiyan 4 is stronger than I thought. It does have multipliers in the millions and billions. But Super Saiyan God, I still think is transcendental and all that stuff. Just based off the low ball multipliers that I use and all that. And to be honest, Akira Toriyama could flip the switch tomorrow and say, oh no, God's weaker. I mean, it's really up to him. And let's be honest, the writing is so inconsistent in Dragon Ball that it's almost fair for you to think it's the other way. To think one stronger than the other. Except anybody who thought Super Saiyan Blue was weaker than Super Saiyan God. That is no. That's, I'm not gonna say you're an idiot, but that's one of the dumbest things you could have ever thought. It's in the name, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. How is it weaker? But enough arguing and debating. Again, I apologize to the guys who said, you know, who opened my eyes about how strong Super Saiyan 4 can actually be. I still think Super Saiyan God is stronger based off my multiplier, based off the things said in the anime. If you like the video, please like the video. Subscribe if you want. I'm trying to hit 50 subscribers so I can stream on YouTube. And that's pretty much it. And I'll see y'all sellouts on the next one. I really hope this is the finale to the series. I'm not trying to do no more debating. That shit was stressing me out.